after the interception. Here's Jackson. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39. 14 yards that time for number 14.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Now a play fake here on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And now it's second down. They go play action now. Jackson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time. They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's second and long. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And some room to roam now. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Pretty nice gain on the scramble, gets him 12 yards.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Jackson going for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he showed some fancy footwork on the juke, but then quickly taken down. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Fourth down, here's Jackson. The open man is sharp. It's complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on fourth down to bring up first and goal. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. A great play there. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 7-0. Gano out to kick this one away. McCaffrey on the return. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense. offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he does some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Newton. Dancing to his left. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
From the 50, Newton. And going deep for Hill. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. They snap it to Newton. Forced out to him, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Samson Ebukam able to get him for a loss of about 3. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let him do all the work, and then someone catch him at the end and pass him up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Now Jackson on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Gano the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Gano out to kick this one away. McCaffrey on the return. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They fake the give. Newton. Now he steps away. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. Gronkowski, the intended receiver. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that, he said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson over the middle, and it's incomplete. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, there in coverage.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. Gonna throw again. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Back to Philly, here we go.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short.
And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints add on to their lead. And it is now 21-0. Gano out to kick this one away. McCaffrey on the return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Look, he's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. 51 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line. Here's a give to Fournette. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Off play action. Newton rolling to his left. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit. On for the extra point, Giorgio Tavecchio. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Tavecchio now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Lucky 56.
They go play action with Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Play action. It's Jackson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way up to the 47-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 41 yards. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Buying time to his left. Finding room inside the 40. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Play action. Now Jackson stepping up. He's hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Redskins scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this,
it is cold.
And it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he's brought down after a good game. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. He's going deep for Brown. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Brown, 62 yards. And the Redskins are able to make this a close game again. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Tavecchio now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, he shifts past him. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, We're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
Going deep for Diggs. And this is going to be intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Do something. Right over there. Great. You. Great.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with third and just a couple. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. He finds some open field here. He's at the 40. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Here's Newton. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The field goal unit on the sideline. They're going to go with 1 second left. A final shot before the break. Newton. And that's incomplete. So we've reached halftime. Who will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? 2 more quarters to go. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Off the play fake. Jackson steps away to his left. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Great solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Sharks got it, left side. How did he stay on his feet? It's a big play there for the Saints. 45 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He may try, and he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Lamar Jackson saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gano out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here's the Redskins offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And caught left side, Olsen. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Play action. It's Newton. He's going to sling this deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Gun. On the ball.
A handoff to Fournette. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And the Saints signal for another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. From the gun, here's Newton. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's starting to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Newton. And that'll be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Now Giorgio Tavecchio for the field goal try. And this one a 41-yard attempt. So now it's 4th and short.
So after the penalty, that means there's a decision to be made. Do you still line up in field goal formation? Or maybe you think about running your offense back out on the field.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. To the air again, Newton. Being chased out left. And that is going to be incomplete. Jay Gruden's guys unable to convert on 4th down. And the Saints will have the football back. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. They've got his man complete. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 81 yards. And the Saints add on to their lead. Well, Charles, fans around here, they were already talking Super Bowl. They've made plans. You just can't look past anybody in this league, especially this deep into the playoffs.
You would think that every year that message would sink in, and it feels like every year we see something like this, especially the way they're handling it, all right? You didn't expect this part to happen, but when you're playing this deep in the playoffs, every team's dangerous.
Gano out to kick this one away. McCaffrey on the return. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They go play action here on 1st down. Dancing to his left. Muscles him off. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Ready? 180? That's right now. 80.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. He's going to air one out. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 82 yards. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great effort there. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. And his kick is right through. Tavecchio now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take it.
It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be marked down deep in Washington territory. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 63 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by T.J. McDonald. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're buried deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this, until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Off play action. Newton. And he's going to be out of bounds right at the 40. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Man open left side is Brown. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Off the play fake. Newton. They'll roll him out right. Caught on the right side. Reed. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Forced out to his left. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he is out of bounds just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And this is good for a first down. His 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
So he got 3 on 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
And that is caught by the tight end Reed. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Redskins have made this a 1-score game. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. To Vecchio now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here.
I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Time for a break. Back with more in the NFC Championship game after this. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Jackson. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there of 22. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it with...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. It's a big play there for the Saints. 48 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big...
And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
On first down, it's Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. One last throw here for Newton. He's going to let it fly. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. And for all these guys, whether you're a rookie, a 10-year veteran, there's no feeling like this NFC champs.
And you feel like family. Never at any time do you feel more like family than when you're sharing the joy of being the NFC champs. And now everyone gets to say they're going to the Super Bowl.
And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.